Hi guys, my name's Joe Green and today I'm going to be talking to you about Season 6, Episode 2 of Game of Thrones. Don't forget, if you've got any points that you want to let me know, or anything else related to that or not, comment below, let me know, and I will get back to you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let's get going. So I just wanted to let you know that there's going to be spoilers all over this episode, so if you haven't seen it and you don't want to know, turn off now and come back to it after you've watched it. Jon Snow is alive! Cool. So one thing that I want to talk about this episode is that it's just amazing how now each character has such a detailed backstory that they can hold the scene and it's not boring. So even a character like Bran, for instance, when he broke his back in Season 1, I was a little bit... Jesus, it's boring. Then you fast forward to this series and I'm hooked on every single second. It's the first time that we saw Lyanna Stark. What? Now, this is a massive moment. So if you don't know who Lyanna Stark is, she's basically the main reason, not through any fault of her own, but one of the main reasons that all these wars have actually happened. Lyanna Stark was Ned Stark's sister. One of the Targaryens liked her. She didn't feel the same way. She was meant to be marrying Robert. Then she was kidnapped by the Targaryen, killed, and that's what started the war off, and then that's when Rob had to overthrow it. But this is the first time that we've actually seen her being portrayed, and not as just a still statue. She's fantastic, it's giving a real depth to the story, and it's showing Bran an insight into his past. Okay, so like I said in last week's review, the Mountain is starting to kick off a little bit, so Game of Thrones is just letting us behind the curtain just to see what he's capable of. He crushed a guy's skull in 0.2 seconds, and then, it's quite funny actually. You know those moments in Game of Thrones where they're not supposed to be hilarious, but hey, they end up being like twistedly funny anyway.
Of course you named your sword.
Lots of people name their swords.
Lots of
So one of these moments is with Cersei when she comes down the steps with the Mountain, who is gonna kick off really soon. The Mountain's there looking menacing, 10 times bigger than everyone else, and then you've got the other guards. You know they don't want to fight. Cersei backs down in the end, which avoids a fight, weirdly, for Game of Thrones. The Mountain is hanging there and he's gonna be a big feature for a few of these next episodes, especially with the High Sparrow, Jaime Lannister, Cersei's relationship. So there's a really interesting moment actually between Jaime Lannister and the High Sparrow. I think this is kind of like mutually, assured self-destruction. Jaime Lannister confesses to all his sins in the setup to the High Sparrow, which is crazy considering this guy's got an army and he's got the Queen in jail at the moment. Okay, but then the Sparrow uses some words that are just really weird before he walks off. He mentions the words overthrow an empire. Overthrow. I mean, is that what he's trying to say? Do we have another contender for the king? I mean, he's in the capital. Anyway, this is definitely one to watch for the future. Okay, so Tyrion once again had a very boring episode.
I don't know what you were watching, mate, but...
Or not. Anyway, so Tyrion releases the dragons, which was epic to watch and great for the CGI. I mean, one thing about Game of Thrones is it never shies away from a little bit of CGI and some fantastic animation. Okay, so now on to the Boltons storyline, and oh my god, so much stuff happened. So this was actually Roose Bolton's final episode. He died because his son killed him. This is kind of a theme. Fathers, or royalty, are gonna get usurped and they're gonna get their thrones taken by their children. The Maester comes in and announces Roose has a new baby boy. I think if you look at the look on this Maester's face, it's definitely the look of a man or a person that's just said something he really wishes he hadn't.
Mr. Walken, send ravens to all the northern houses. Roose Bolton is dead.
Okay, so Ramsay has just met his brother. I was just thinking, please don't stab the baby. Ramsay then he's talking to his mum. And she's like, where is Lord Bolton? And I knew where this was going as soon as they started to say it, because the new Lord Bolton is obviously Ramsay. Ramsay then leads them into the dog kennels and savages them. Okay, so this kind of reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy. Do you know with that guy with the blue face and the mohawk and he whistles and the stick flies out? Exactly like that. Sansa, Brienne and Podrick are on the way to the wall, but Jon Snow's dead. Oh no, he's not! So in last week's episode, I basically asked you if Jon Snow was dead, and it turns out he's not. Now, I knew he wouldn't be dead because that would have been such an anticlimax. That would have meant that Melisandre's character was just wasted, useless, and not very good. at being a red woman. It would also just kind of leave that whole north area a bit leaderless. Stannis is no longer there. Jon Snow's the only viable leader. So yeah, Jon Snow is alive! Cool. And the storyline, I think, will really advance from this point. So Jon now has to wake up. What's he gonna do? Alistair Thorne is gonna get beheaded or something really, really bad. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And just before we go, I'm gonna do a few points to ponder for next week's episode. The Mountain kills a man for bad-mouthing Cersei. All seems above board. But how did the Mountain find this man? And surely there's a lot of people bad-mouthing Cersei in the city. So is he going around killing everybody? So my second point is that Meera is outside with Bran, and then the children of the forest tell her that Bran needs her. I mean, why would Bran need her? Is he gonna take her body like the wargs? You know, if the warg dies, then they can go into someone else? I think there's definitely something behind this and why she needs to stay around. So one of the brothers of Balon, Euron, or however you say that, he's the new guy. He's the dangerous man that threw Balon off the bridge. They don't even say this guy's name, which is why I have no idea how to pronounce it, because I've only ever read it before. So yeah, did I pronounce it right? Did I pronounce it wrong? Let's see. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next week for episode 3 of season 6 of Game of Thrones. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and yeah. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. That was season 2, episode 6. Off. They're here. So let me know what you think. Is it mutually assured? Cersei, when she came to come. So let me know what you think. Is it mutually self-assured? And yeah, let's get got. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe.